Hi guys, this is Clara Hudson of While They Play Designs, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create the knot to assemble your Silver Pines headband. And to do this, we're just going to use a simple whip stitch using the same yarn as the headband. So right here, I have my headband that I completed and bind it off. And this is the right side of the headband, and then this is the wrong side. So the first thing we're going to do is get out our matching yarn. After you bind off, if you want to just leave an extra long tail, you can do that for this purpose. But I'm just going to get probably 1.5 yards of yarn, cut that, and then I'm going to pass that through a tapestry needle, just like so. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take our headband and we're going to fold it together with the right sides facing each other, just like so. And the way we're going to be folding this, we're going to want to be careful that we have both sides of this tube, as it were, right next to each other on all 4 layers. And if you want, you can stop and pin these together in about probably 2 or 3 pieces, 2 or 3 sections across each side of the headband. But the way we're going to assemble this is we're going to fold each side together on itself. Again, making sure that these are lined up straight, just like so. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side of our tube so that our cast on edge and our bind off edge is about the same height, because we want to make sure to catch all these layers when we sew this headband together. So we've got these 2 folded together, and I'm just going to carefully open up one edge and sandwich 1/2 of this right side. Again, we'll get this lined up. And you can also pin this to keep it straight if you like. And then we're going to fold over the outside. And then this top half, we're going to fold over the left half. So now, again, I'm going to use my tapestry needle just to make sure that all of these cast on edges or bind off edges are visible, because I do want to make sure to sew all the way through. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers of fabric. Okay, so you can begin with this right edge or this left edge, but I'm going to go ahead and pass my tapestry needle through these 2, then the next 2, the next 2, and then these last 2 layers of fabric. So I've gone through all 8. And now I'm just going to pull that tail, and I'm going to leave enough here so that I can knot this at the end. And then you're simply going to bring the yarn over the top of all these layers, and you're going to go into the next. I usually go across about 2 to 3, skipping about 2 to 3 stitches, as it were, bind off or cast on stitches. And then you're just going to pass that through, pull it a little tight, and then skip 1 or 2 stitches. The most important thing here is to stop and make sure that you're going through all of the layers that we're stitching together. Just like so. And then I just tighten it up. And the main thing you want to be concerned with, like I said, is catching all those layers, because you don't want those peeking out of the headband on the right side of the fabric. Get that out of our way. And I'll move over here. Make sure to catch all these layers. Sometimes you'll have to stop and pull up some of those layers that are on the inside of the, basically the sandwich that we created. Pull that through. We'll continue on here, catching all the layers. And obviously, the closer that you sew these stitches together, the less you're going to see on the right side of your headband. Oops, see, we almost missed catching this layer. I'll just pull that up to where I can see it easier. And also, after you've sewn these together, you can go ahead and whip stitch backwards over what you already stitched together, just to make certain that all those layers are caught. Because it does, as you get to the end, as you can see, it gets very difficult to see the layers that are left inside. So I just kind of like to use my tapestry needle to pull those up. Make sure I'm catching every single layer of fabric. Pull through. And then we'll just continue on. Catching every flap of fabric. Okay. And as you get to the end here, you're going to kind of have to guess where those layers are. Okay. And also, I will add that the lower you go on your flaps of fabric, the more certain you'll be that you're actually going through those inside layers that are kind of sandwiched. So I'm going to go back over the whip stitches that I already created, and I'm just going to go a row lower just to ensure that I've gone all the way through all 8 of those layers. Okay. And I'm probably skipping, I would say, 2 stitches at a time, maybe a stitch and a half. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. And you can also kind of feel as you're pushing your tapestry needle, you can kind of feel those layers as you push through them. So that's a little helpful. Okay. And as we're reaching the end here, you can see my beginning tail. When I create my last whip stitch, I'm going to push it through to the back, and then I'm going to use this front tail to create a knot with my yarn, those 2 tails. And I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 knots just to make certain that that doesn't come apart. And then what I like to do is pass that yarn underneath the whip stitches that I just created. Not so deep that you're going to stick out on the right side. But I can even come back up through the middle here. Looks like I missed one. And that is not a problem. We'll just go ahead and feed that through our tapestry needle. I'm sure that happened because I had it cut a little short from my cast on. There we go. And then you can go ahead and just cut that. And then we'll cut this one too. This will be on the inside after all, so you won't see any of this. Then I have another tail from my bind off. We'll just go ahead and I'm just going to make sure that this is knotted. There we go. And then again, I'm going to feed this down through the whip stitches that I just created. It'll be a little tough since we've got so many layers of fabric sewn together. Okay, and I'll pull that through. Give that a snip. Okay, so I'll stop here and I'll show you how this looks on the right side of our fabric. Voila. So we have sewn our headband pieces together so that we have this pretty little knot in the middle. And you can't see any of those stitches because they're tucked inside here on the bottom and the top, or left and right. But that is how you whip stitch your headband together to create this little knot on this headband. I hope this video and this technique helped you guys out. Thanks so much for watching.